パッケって何？
ポケットトミカ。
ポッケットトミカ。
英語で言うとそういうんだね。
おー、かっこいいね。ポリスカー。
これポリスカーじゃないよ。消防車だよ。
あ、ポリスカー。
違うよ。それ緊急車両。
あ、本当だ。
これ
It
は
looks like a police car, but it's a ambulance.
これはね、
あ、it's a truck.
そう、トラックのね、
あ、
トラックのパトカーなんだよ。
うん。
これ英語で言う、パトカー英語で言うと、ポリスカーだよね。
That's right. Good. Good pronunciation. So yeah, this kindergarten is cool, right? Got a chalkboard over there. You got the go-karts, got your scooters, got your tricycles. I don't know if it works anymore, but they have a well over here, a water well over here. Like I was saying, they've got an outdoor kitchen. Got this big old pizza oven here. See you! Head up here, go for a little walk. Hey! Oh, wake it. 散歩散歩ニク先生だけ行く。みんな帰る。バイバイ。Goodbye. See you next week. See you. So y'all want to come with me? Like, where are you going? Going for a walk. You need to go home. Take my mask off now. All right, so today I am at my Friday kindergarten. It's right here. And today I just want to go out and go for a little stroll again and kind of elaborate a little bit more on the video that I took yesterday. So yesterday I was telling you about kind of what's keeping me here in Japan, why I'm living here still after 10 years, and basically kind of boiled down to two things, or at least in that video, like, you know, the job that I have, and you know, I said I love the health insurance that I have here, which is definitely a plus. But anyways, so yeah, I thought I'd elaborate a little bit more. So like I said, I'm at my Friday kindergarten, and this school is really cool because on the back side of it they have these hills right here, and you can see maybe perched up on the back side of the building there's some sleds over there that they'll use, but sometimes they'll just come out here and use some leftover cardboard or whatever and tear the boxes up, and just the kids will just use them as sleds and slide down it. The rare occasion that we get snow, we'll use those sleds, and during the lesson I'll go out there with the kids.
2、1、発射です。さあ行きますか行きますか行けます。ちょうどに立ちました。ヒロト。
Another thing that I love about my job is, just like now, I'm on kind of a break. So today I have 4 lessons. It's Friday, and today I only had 4 lessons. I've already done 2. I had a class with 8 3-year-olds for 20 minutes, and then I just did a class with 20 4-year-olds, and so that was 30 minutes. That class is crazy. And right now we're trying to practice social distancing as much as we can, and so the kids are all like, you know, a couple feet separated from each other, which is nice because the kids don't mess with each other and they have no choice but to pay attention and sit still. And my boss really helps me out. If the kids start sliding the chairs next to each other, he'll come in and be like, okay, no, you gotta social distance, you gotta, you know, stay separated. And so the only thing that kind of sucks about that is we can't do any activities. For example, like I can't have the kids come up and me read a book to them, like with them all sitting in front of me. And so check this out. Here's a what'd you call this, a corral, basically. What'd you call this, where you raise horses, and sometimes they'll come out here and, you know, they'll have the course set up. What's the word for that in English? I don't know. What is this place called? Anyways, so yeah, there's definitely pros and cons of having the kids just scattered throughout the entire class. Look at this house. I mean, why would you build a house like that? Look at all this wall and no windows. What the hell? Like, I'm sure it's super modern inside, but I wonder if I can get it down this way. And so yeah, the kids, so far they've done pretty well. It's kind of going into uncharted territories over here. But I kind of miss having the kids, like reading books to the kids and having them kind of up close, but I can't do that. Yeah, look, a pretty good drop off right there too. Let's see if I can get down over here. But one thing that's great about this job is when I don't have my lessons, in a lot of ways I'm just free to do whatever I want. If I want to go on a walk, I'm talking to a camera, and I can, you know, it's my time. I don't have to go into the other classrooms and, you know, play with the kids and just be there, you know. That was kind of the hardest thing about my job in Tokyo, was even on my downtime, I was still expected to just to be around the kids, you know, have lunch with them. You know, if the kids are outside playing, I always have to be outside with them, which, you know, that's my job, to be a kindergarten English teacher. But sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you just need your space. Those kids will wear you out. And so, you know, one of the greatest things about this job is I have my lessons, and when I don't have my lessons, I am free to do whatever I want. A lot of times when I will go to some of the classes that I'm not teaching that day, just to, you know, show my face and say hello. But I don't have to be there forever. I can go in there for 5 minutes or so, say hello, see what the kids are doing. And especially if they're just playing. Of course, if they're trying to do a lesson, I've only had one teacher get on to me one time. A lot of times I show up at the kindergartens like during lunch, and so the kids are either eating or they're just finishing up. And a lot of the kindergartens, they don't mind. How much time do I have? I'm gonna just go this way real quick. I should have enough time. A lot of the schools don't mind if I come in and say what's up, say hello, see what the kids are eating. But there was this one teacher, and I knew it probably upset her, because the kids would all get out of their seat and run towards me. And I was like, I should probably stop doing that. And she told me, she was like, yeah, Nick, when you arrive, don't come say anything to us. Like, let us finish and then you can come. And I was like, my bad, I'm sorry. But again, back to the point, my downtime, my breaks are my breaks, and I'm not obligated to do anything else. And so I can't tell you how nice that is. But yeah, I guess Another thing I wanted to share that I didn't mention yesterday about not necessarily why it's so hard to leave, but the situation that I'm in here, the situation with this job here is that I have free housing. I told you in the last video how cool my boss is and how, you know, he's got my back and he just takes care of me. But he's also a landlord. He owns like 5 or 6 houses in Maebashi, and one of the perks about this job is I get to live in one for free. And so, you know, that saves me $500–600 easily on rent a month. And not only that, a lot of my expenses during the week are just really cheap. And so there's been times when I've thought about moving out, because it is a free place to live, but at the same time, and it's a house, it's a 1-unit house that has 3 rooms. One of the rooms is used for a classroom. That's where I do my private lessons. But and it's old. It's probably almost 40 years old. In the wintertime, it's fucking freezing. Right now it's muggy and hot and humid, so the walls are paper thin, and you know, it's not the nicest house in the world, but it's free. And so it's just one of those things during this time, especially during Corona, when there's like 22 million people in America that have lost their jobs. I'm just fortunate to be here, you know, have the job that I do, have a boss that takes care of me, and be in the situation that I'm in, because I was still getting paid even though I wasn't going to the kindergartens, and I wasn't working. So I'm very, very lucky, very fortunate that that is the case. There's this shrine over here. It's kind of swampy over here. Check out these old seesaws. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'm still in Ota right now. Come up here to Ota in Gunma on Fridays. So today, like I was saying, was pretty chill. I usually have 7 lessons today, but 3 of them were canceled because my Nincho students in kindergarten in Japan, it's made up of 3 grades: 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and 5-year-olds. By the time they graduate, they're 6-year-olds. So my 5- and 6-year-old classes, there's 2 of them. They were canceled because they're on a field trip. And so I show up to my kindergartens, I do 2 lessons for free. And then for those free lessons, we're able to use one of the classrooms and hold our private lessons. And so, because they're away, I only had to do, I hope I can get back to my kindergarten. I might be getting lost over here. It's way over there. I only had to do 2 lessons. Right now I should be doing a lesson with the 6-year-olds, but 5 and 6-year-olds, but they're gone. And so in 30 minutes I have a lesson with 10 or 11 first graders for 50 minutes, and then I have a lesson with 4 third graders and 1 5th grader, which is 4 girls, and they are the sweetest things ever. They're so nice. They're quiet, but at the same time they're just good students. They kind of just go along with the lessons. They don't complain. They like actually learning English. Some kids are just there just because their parents want them to be there, and so, but they actually enjoy the lessons, and it's just a greatest way to end the week. I'm with these two classes. Well, the first class is kind of hectic because there's so many kids, but the last class, it's like, whew, chill, and finish up with them, and then that's my week. So anyway, let's this should lead me, I hope, all the way back to my school, because I've kind of gone pretty far. It was pouring earlier actually, and now the sun's out, and man, it is humid here. It is so sticky and gross. Summertime's in Japan. I think that's just about it. Let's see here, hopefully this road will get me back. I think we're getting somewhere. I think we're getting somewhere. Lovely house. There we go. I'll put this in a hyperlapse. Isn't that gorgeous? I'd say so. And over here they had wheat growing, but they just harvested it. It's all cut. Wish I should have taken a video of that, or flew my drone over it when it was all just like waving in the wind. It was pretty cool. Up here is this is my school, and then on the back side of it there's another building, and in between them there's like a playground. It's really cool. They have a hill with a huge tree on it with a slide on it. They have a couple sandboxes. They have a track to ride the tricycles and bikes around. There's, on the other side, there's a pool. There's a shed over there where there's like a pizza stone oven in there. This kindergarten is pretty dang cool. And then over here they've got this, they use this area for their garden, which is cool because a lot of the classes, the kids will come out here and plant vegetables, and the kids are able to, sometimes, have their own vegetable, their own row, or, a class will come out here and do their, plant tomatoes and whatnot. So I like this school. I like all my schools, but so this was a school when I first came to Japan, and I took a bus from Narita Airport to Ota, to this city, and the first person I ever met was the principal of this school and my boss. I get off the bus, and I hadn't even met my boss when I first came to Japan. I was just in contact with the teacher who I replaced. Never met my boss, and I remember I was arriving, and I was just hoping obviously somebody would pick me up, but it was my boss and the principal, and they're waiting there. They're kind of looking in the bus, and I was like, that's got to be them. So that was the first time I ever met my boss, and then I met the principal of this school, which she is now retired. She is an amazing lady, super sweet, and now her son takes over. Heyo! Pocket nani? Pocket Tomica.
英語で言うとトイヤンだね。
Oh, like best things about summertime as a kid. Going to the pool. Okay, well, thanks again for going on this little walk with me. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Peace.